are we today? I'm here. Are you? You bunch of weirdos. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. Sometimes I just don't understand. Well, good morning, everyone. Today is May 13th, 2024, and this is another episode of Mornings with Crazy Old Weird Bearded Guy. I am he, and today is Monday Movie Memories. If y'all remember, today we will be watching a movie. The movie I have chosen for us today is it's one of my new favorites. It's one that I found several years ago. It is from 1974, I believe, and it stars Jackie Cooper and Cleavon Little. Cleavon Little, you'll remember from Blazing Saddles, of course. And then we have a lot of character actors in this movie. It's like they cleaned out the vault when they were looking for character actors for this one here. First, we are going to take a look at weekly programming, so we are sure not to miss what's happening this week on the show. All right. So if y'all want to stand by for a second, we are going to look at a preview. Isn't that just splendiferous? All right. So I think I got to go rescue a dog. I'll be right back. Lava lamp cam. Yes, it is the big face dog. She wanted out, and now she's out. Dang it, she got out. She's out, boys. Look out, the dog's out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, good morning, Joey. How you doing, man? How's it going there, buddy? My goodness. What a weekend this has been. Totally. Is that Robert? Is that my brother out there this morning? If that's you, give me a thumbs up, Robert. Otherwise, turn your screen, hit the comment thing, start typing, dude. So yeah, I had a great video chat with my brother. Was it Saturday night? And I was able to record it simultaneously on YouTube, which is pretty cool to have that that ability, that technology thing working for me. So yeah, that's pretty cool beans, awesome stuff. Oh, that's better. It's a little bit better. I'm trying a new creamer this morning because it's hard to find my cafe mocha. They only have little things, little bottles. They only have little bottles at Walmart, and it's the only place I can find that particular coffee creamer, that flavor. And I really like the chocolate mocha stuff, but I guess I'm going to have to switch. I can't get that shit anymore. It's just too hard to find. I have to have a second favorite. I got to have a backup favorite, right? So let's see. I am going to go over here and I am going to get the movie ready to watch. So the movie we're watching today is brought to us by Retro TV on, you guessed it, YouTube. Right here on YouTube. This is a channel on YouTube that's been around for quite a while. And I go there to watch movies. Go figure, huh? What are you going to do, huh? I go there to watch movies. I want to watch the movies. I go there, huh? So last week we watched Night of the Living Dead on Timeless Classic Movies. Today we are going to be watching The Earth Moved on Retro TV. That's the name of the channel. So if you get a chance, go to Retro TV here on YouTube and like and subscribe. All right, because we want to share the love, baby. If I'm gonna borrow their movie to watch, we better send some thumbs up or something their way. It's the polite thing to do. It's neighborly. It's the community thing to do. So stop by and say hi. I'm going to assume that my brother tried to do a comment and got confused and had to leave. So there's that. Next week, we are going to be watching The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price. A great, fantastic movie. It's one of my favorite of all time zombie movies. Right? I got a thing for zombies, so we're going to watch a lot of zombie movies on this thing. All right. It's a zombie fest here. Okay, on Tuesday of next week, we are going to be watching some more television. Back to the 80s. We're going to be watching some news, some commercials, and a very special television show that has taken me a long time to find, but I finally found some. So we're going to be watching some, and I hope you will join me for that. Of course, X-1 again will highlight the shows on Wednesdays, Old Time Radio Wednesdays. Next Thursday, not this Thursday. This Thursday, we're doing Robert Plant and the Principle of Moments tour. Next week, we're doing The Firm, a concert that I went to in 1985. And then, of course, Friday of next week, we'll be looking at yearbook photos. This week. This week, we'll be looking at yearbook photos and some more of my hometown memories on Flashback Fridays. All right. So let me see. I want to get started with this movie here because it's only about an hour and 12 minutes long, but I don't want to waste a lot of time this morning. So we're definitely going to get started ASAP here. And I want to bring us in at the right moment. So let me see here. I want to jab us full of commercials. So we may get a few commercials on this show here. And that's cool. Now, the thing about this channel here that we're going to watch is this guy does not monetize his channel. So anything that he brings us, all right, is by his own dollar. So go there to his channel, like, subscribe. If you want to become a patron, go to his site and figure out how to help him out, because there's not enough guys out here bringing us these old movies. These things just get buried in a vault somewhere, and they never see the light of day again. And it's nice that we can dig them up and share them. So yeah, it's really awesome stuff here. And I am going to give us a little switcheroonie there. Now, I will be joining you in the movie, the corner of the movie the whole time. So that, and with my sound and stuff, so that people can't say that I'm airing this movie in its entirety because I'm going to be there the whole time. So it's not really the whole movie anymore. It's me inside the movie. All right. So let's hope that that's going to let us get away with playing this very cool movie from 1974. All right.
And now, our feature presentation.
Hey, there I am. Yeah, this is great. And the weird thing about this movie is you're going to have to tell me what animated movie from the 90s stole its plot from this movie. It's going to smack you right in the face. I'm checking it out. Everything.
Degrees left.
Watch it.
Happy homes for senior citizens. Some great place to build a retirement home. I'd rather take gas.
We don't have to live there. Let me explain. You see, you and I have this aerial photography business, and the builders pay us to take pictures.
I sure dig Cleavon. Dig up some more in this movie. This is a made-for-TV movie. This trial is just over an hour. Get the short to jam out its commercials. Stella Stevens. Has some great character actors in this movie. It's just great. It's awesome stuff. Let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. Crank it up or turn it down or something.
It's a wrap. Let's go home.
Nice outfit, Cleavon. It's a killer.
Move it or lose it, Pepper.
I believe Jackie Cooper really had a pilot's license.
Because of my overwhelming
Oh,
compassion.
not again.
When I see someone acting like a jerk, I am compelled to act. Because at heart, I am a Christian man. And only a heathen who has lost God would mock me for attempting to guide them back to the good life. Now, if you'd stop running around and carrying on,
Did you know that
if
the
you'd
largest
bend your
camera
ways,
ever built
if
was
you'd
in
go home at
Chicago
night like a
in
good husband is
1900?
supposed to, and you
Extended.
gotta stop
It
playing
was
with
6
them
feet high,
African
9 feet
dominoes.
wide, and
You
over
ain't
20
never gonna
feet
be a
long.
high-stepping crap shooter.
One of the lenses
Which brings
was
me
a
around to your
wide-angle sight
imbibing.
with a focal length
You
of
got to stop
68
sucking up the
inches.
sauce. Now, if you
With a focal
transform
length of
yourself,
over 100
maybe
inches.
Kate might
The
possibly.
exposure usually
Great facts, Jackie. I didn't know that.
smallest camera, except for those used in intracardiac surgery.
I don't want to
was-
hear it. You and Guinness can drop dead. You're a fool, and Kate was smart to walk out on you. And another thing, how come you get to go to Vegas for the weekend when I have to deliver those pictures?
Well, that's because you're just the click-click boy, and I am the old bold pilot.
Bold, my asthmatic uncle. This crate flies itself. All you do is read that dumb Guinness book while I do all the labor. That's where you're going to end up one of these days. Out there in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by nothing. It's a sad but true fact.
That looks like out here. Can people donate today? Yeah, that totally looks like out here in Joshua Tree. There's a million of those houses out here. Just sitting in the middle of the desert, rotting away. They're kind of cool to explore. There's nothing left in any of them. So this is what a second unit photographer does and a second unit director. They go out and they shoot stuff like this. It looks like this second unit director was an artist. All of these shots are just beautiful. And the earthquake. Being from Southern California, earthquake movies are kind of like a favorite pastime. I wonder what the deal is with destroying old houses in the desert. Did they need a permit? Okay, now what movie does this resemble? From the 1990s.
This is the big KDEX Las Vegas. It's 9:15 on Fabulous Monday morning. Here's the weather and watch out. It's 92 degrees right now. Expected high today of 105 degrees. And the week's outlook, a scorcher, baby.
Uh-oh. Johnny Law's got it in his sights. Better pull over. know, Bubba.
This must be some kind of a joke. You can't be serious.
The law is always a serious business, Mr. Barker. You have been found guilty of speeding within the incorporated boundaries of the town of Bates.
Town? This isn't even a crossroad.
Officer Ferguson, have you any further complaints against the defendant?
No, sir, none to speak of, Your Honor. His manners could stand.
Oh, look, I'm sorry about driving too fast.
23 miles over the limit at $5 a mile comes to...
I was just up in Vegas. I'm afraid I didn't make out
a
too
total
well.
of $115. Cash money, no checks or credit card.
Oh, well, I've only got 2 tens here. Could we consider that kind of a down payment, sort of?
You do have the privilege of working off the balance of your fine at $15 a day. Fair wages for labor on a municipal project.
His face.
All prisoners work 8 hours every day, except on Sunday. We serve lunch at high noon. Now, it gets a little hot and sticky out here, so we just don't press that hard. You get to feeling kind of sickly. You go on over there, take a breather. Yeah, we'll feed the dog, too.
That goes through my bone.
Now, we're impounding your car until the fine is worked off. We're on the honor system here. As you can see, there's nothing but miles of desert out there, so I just wouldn't recommend that you take to too much walking. But if you do take off, then we have to sell the car to pay off the fine. You understand that, don't you? I can show you what you're going to be doing. Mr. Baxter calls this our municipal project.
Mm-hmm.
Municipal project? This is insane.
We're trying to make this a nice place for people to come and visit again. You might even consider that you're helping a worthy cause by bringing happiness to a lot of folks. You can start by cleaning up the yard, pile up the rocks and the trash. Mrs. Baxter will bring you lunch, and she'll show you where your quarters are. You got any questions?
My goodness.
I sure got one.
Well, I just don't think you ought to ask it.
You will put the top up in my car, won't you?
Probably not, dude. You're gonna have to do that yourself. Wow. Somebody's a wackadoodle in the noodle, man. Municipal project. Santa's village in the desert. Who thinks this music sounds like the music from the Walt Disney movie, The Black Hole? It's a beer. It's a cold beer. Hey, hi, howdy. Anybody there, eh? Oh, look at that there, eh? Some banjo there.
When you have these woke revolutions, it requires all of us at some point to say, no, not going to do this.
I'm not. I swear. I won't do it. I swear I won't do it. Don't ask me, I won't do it. I just... Christmas village in the middle of the desert. You have to use your imagination. And this is an apple wrapped in foil.
Thanks, whoever you are.
Don't mention it, huh?
Well, Jackie still got all his teeth.
You sure he checked out? And where is he?
Where the hell is he?
It's
What
only
am I,
a
his mom?
5-hour drive. Thanks. The hotel said he left early this morning.
Early.
He's getting it on with a woman somewhere.
Oh, what a face she
Kate.
has in it.
Don't be that way. You're the man of chance. He'll get it together.
What's the matter? You don't figure 15 years adds up to a chance? I gave him more of a chance than he ever gave our marriage.
It takes some people a little while to get going.
We'll need some retakes.
Why?
A few didn't turn out.
Terrific. That blows our delivery date and so long to getting paid. What'll we tell the man who's waiting to put the padlock on the door and us without enough cash to pay the telephone bill?
Start laughing.
Can't you just erase it?
It's in the film. I can't erase it. I don't even know what it is.
Reshooting means another 200 gallons of gas. And our pilot has disappeared somewhere between here and Vegas. Wonderful.
Vegas. Vegas, baby.
Oh, Harley, come on. Don't be that way.
Come on.
Give the man a chance. He'll get it together.
Oh, back in your face. Back in your face. He looks good in a goatee. Oh, that was kind of a sideways flashback. Just to remind us. Totally flat. Oh, that's a Christmas song. Cold beer. Oh, look, it's Beverly. What's her face?
Like all of us, I'd like to see our town come back to life. I've lived here longer than anyone except Henry. And I've always supported our town policy of municipal improvement. But I'm just wondering if perhaps we shouldn't evaluate other options.
I love her in the Silver Streak. She's
The
hilarious.
option we should have made was to not start fussing with them automobile speeders. When we're standing on more wealth than any of you know, I'm talking about yellow gold. Why, a few years ago, them streets out there was paved with the stuff.
That's true, Henry. Yeah, that's true. And claims still have some kind of a low-grade ore, but with the cost of mining the way it is today, it just doesn't pay to work them.
Yeah.
Maybe Virginia's got something. Maybe we're a little too set in our ways, not progressive enough in our thinking.
Now, Pat, you know that isn't true. This town has always been forward-looking. Why, my grandpa's
Doesn't she
day,
look happy?
Bates was a prosperous and civilized little town.
That was a long time ago, Tom.
And when we finish reconstructing Santa's Village,
This guy's a
we
nut.
are going to have an attraction here that's going to bring in people from all over the state.
I think what Pat means is that those Santa's
Why,
Village
I
once
can
was
remember when over 100 families lived in this town.
Dude.
But we had a dance every Saturday night, right out there on the street. Oh, many's the time, Virginia Porter, I've seen you and Fred
He's
out there
the judge,
dancing
so
till
nobody
you
could
almost
tell him
dropped.
he's a fucking.
And we had a school and a church. Remember that?
Remember that?
And it wasn't just one skinny little child. We had many of them. Bates was not just a name on the map. It was a community.
Yeah.
And it can be a community again. We have the strength to breathe life into this town.
What town?
Yeah, but smell ain't everything.
Whatever Bates was died when the freeway was built. I mean, this isn't a town anymore. Well, you're just a bunch of people too scared to get up and leave a place we know for a place we don't know. I mean, people come this way, either to get to Las Vegas or to get out of Las Vegas. And no one is ever going to stop here for more than gas and a cold beer.
Or to get gas.
This time it is so damn hot. Even the lizards go underground. Which half the time is shaking so bad from earth tremors.
Yeah.
People think doomsday has come.
Yes. Doomsday is upon us. Doomsday. Hey, 2022, hey, yo. This poor dumb son of a bitch. Poor guy. Jeez. The love of Pete. Yeah, give the dog something, please. Great. I got a lot of magazines to look through at least. Hey, a radio. Now, why was it set inside the range of the door after
Not
it
very
opened it?
powerful.
I hear something.
On clear night, you pick up Las Vegas sometimes.
The apple was real good. And the beer this afternoon really hit the spot.
You want a candy bar?
I sure do. Thanks. You want half?
No thanks. I already ate 4 today.
4? Jeez.
Those magazines aren't very new.
I think most of them are older than you are.
Mrs. Baxter reads them. She used to get every magazine in the world. She don't anymore. How's your dinner?
He likes it. You live here
Yeah?
with your parents?
No, they're dead.
Who with then?
Everybody.
Hmm?
Everybody takes a turn. This week, Miss Porter. Last week, Officer Ferguson. Week before that, Mr. Baxter, the judge. Next week, I go to live with Mr. Butler. I've been declared a ward of the town.
Tell me something else.
What?
This pride and joy of the judges, what he calls his municipal project. You and Officer Ferguson and the others don't really believe it's ever going to draw anything but flies, do you? Then why does everybody go along with Baxter?
Because he's a kook. He's the judge.
He used to be rich. He owned lots of things.
Yeah, he's the judge.
I don't
He's
get
got
it.
power.
He spent all his money on us.
You don't tell the guy with power.
You mean
he's
he's
not.
been supporting this whole place for years with his own dough?
Can I pet the dog tonight? I'll take good care of him.
Oh, I don't think he'll go along with you. Pepper sticks pretty close to me.
Yeah,
Come on, Pepper. You want to go for a walk?
Pepper's gone.
Hey, what's your name?
Mutiny.
Angela?
Angela. Can I ask you something?
How do I get out of here?
Could you help me get out of here?
I guess I could.
If they found out you helped me, would they punish you?
No.
Nah,
I'd come back and get you one of these days.
don't lie.
Maybe you and I go to Disneyland together. You'd have a real fine time there.
See you in the morning. Come on, Pepper.
You're a liar. Liar. You just want out. Fucking liar. Use a kid to get out. Wow. That's harsh, man. What? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, huh? Oh my goodness. Heat up this coffee. Hey, look at Chet. Be sure to donate.
You ever been in one of those?
Oh, yeah. I used to fly one when I was in the Navy. Only it was a bomber. Now that I'm, retired from the military, I fly airplanes that just take pictures.
You take pictures from up there?
Uh-huh. For developers, builders, people who want to see what a big piece of land looks like. How you doing, boy?
Guess in an airplane, you can go anywhere. Nothing can stop you. Not mountains or deserts or anything.
That's right. Up there, nothing can stop you.
Must be wonderful.
Sure would like to get back up there somehow.
Pepper and me are going with Officer Ferguson, so we won't be around this afternoon. But we'll see you tonight.
Looks like this kid's got the run of the town here, man.
She's got his dog, too. Oh, at least it's not a bummer for the dog, right?
Please, honey, can't you lower the radio a little bit?
No, I'm drunk. Shut up.
Music, what is she stripping? Hey.
Come on, let's go.
What about the chain?
What a kid. Huh?
I got it.
From the world-famous strip in Las Vegas, more of the sounds of summer with a beat.
Yeah.
Hurry.
What a cool chick, huh?
Ellen! You don't need it blasting like that. Just sitting right on top of it.
What are you doing?
Smile. You're on candid camera.
Wait a second. Come on, Pepper, come on.
Okay, Pepper, come on. Right there. Right over there. That's it.
Okay, now.
A photographer.
Hey, look. Remember what I said about coming back someday? To take you to Disneyland, you know.
Oh, I knew you didn't mean it.
What are you doing?
Miss Porter said she didn't think it was fair that you were locked up for what you did, and neither do I.
Yeah.
You know you're some special kind of kid.
It's too bad she didn't pop up anything else. I think she'd have been cool.
Look, I am going to come back someday. So in the meantime, you take care of him.
But Steve!
Anytime you hear an airplane engine, you look up, because one of these days it's going to be me. Watch my wings. Pepper, you take care of her. You hear?
Pepper. Oh. Damn it, girl. That's the 13th guy you let loose this week. Damn it. Damn child. Back to the airport. I don't think anybody knows what airport this is. 1974. Could be.
Yeah, baby. I read you perfectly. You'll get your bread.
Yeah.
Man, where you been hiding? Let's go.
Where are we going?
For a fly in the sky, I'll tell you on the way.
Well, Marco Polo, home at last.
Stella Stevens.
I'll wait for you outside.
God, Jackie Cooper's just got such a great.
Was she a
mugshot.
stripper or a blackjack dealer?
Her name is Angela.
Oh, we're starting over with the A's. Terrific.
She's 10 years old.
Oh, shit.
I could say something really nasty.
You've had lots of practice.
Where's Pepper?
I gave him to Angie. Do you want to hear what happened?
Why read the book? I saw the movie.
Oh, man, that's harsh. She don't like the movie. She don't like the book. Stay away from the TV then, lady.
Red smudges.
Where did they come from?
That's just it. Kate don't know. All I know is we got to go back up again.
Hey, boys, time's running out.
You always talking about money. Man, what you got for a heart? A cash register?
Yeah.
You ain't got no humanity.
I like good cigars.
Yeah, you got
Come on, we can't blow the whole day.
nothing,
We
man.
got till tomorrow night, that's it.
Same. Nothing, man. And they back up in the plane. Looks like I'm still on YouTube. They ain't kicked me off yet. They ain't kicked me off yet. I like that. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
How you doing?
Hey, okay.
I've been better. So if you watch a movie at my house, this is what it sounds like. Me going blah, 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 the whole fucking time.
So much for the
Especially if it's a movie
ridge.
I've seen.
Let's get the retakes on the ranch.
Find this movie in my playlist and watch it without me. Watch it a few times. It's kind of one of those movies that infects your mind, especially when you're trying to figure out what movie from the 90s stole its plot from this movie.
Lord, I'm counting on you. No more red smudges. We're
None of
looking
this
for
airplane
clean
stuff
pictures.
has to do with that town. Just think of that town. What is that town? It's an animated movie from the 90s.
Gee, take a look below.
Oh, look, there's that house. Hey, that house. That same house. Dude. Rubbed out.
I don't believe that.
Believe
Must
it.
have happened over the weekend.
Yeah, looks like a 500-pounder hit it. Let's go home.
Yeah. Stop saying that.
Beats me. I don't know how it got there.
Yeah, what are you gonna do it?
If this red smudge don't come back, I'll forgive you for this inconvenience.
I hope he appreciates your generosity.
There's a growing interest in
Yes.
socialism among young people in America. But do they know about its dismal past?
Well, you know where to find out about it. Wherever the hell that was. Go there and check it out, huh? Do it on your own time, though. For the love of Pete, jeez. Oh, Stella Stevens. Like expectant fathers here. Uh-oh. What?
Well, it's got to be a light leak.
I checked the camera. There is no leak.
Pardon me,
Maybe
Mark.
something went wrong in the tank.
Shush.
Well, it's something.
Something.
Whatever it is, it's killing us.
We're going to have to go back one more time.
Damn.
Goodbye to another 200 gallons of fuel, and we'd better start flying at night so the chief don't see us.
How are the pictures of the ranch?
Clear.
What's with this weird red line? Another
Same
subplot
ranch.
here.
Same camera, same raw stock,
One set of pictures has red smudges, one set doesn't. Why?
But don't ask me. I'm the click boy. I ain't no scientist. Us Bloods don't care nothing about science. Except to you honkies. Have a nice evening. See you in the morning.
Cleveland. She just smiled. Ain't he something? It's a mystery. You and your damn mysteries.
All right.
All right.
Ranch with red smudges. Same ranch, no red smudges. Here we have a ridge with red smudges. And all the other pictures are clear?
Yes.
And all of them taken with the same camera.
And the same
got it,
raw
Chief.
stock. I'd understand it if we used different shipments of negative. What's this?
Some stuff I shot with a 35. I'll develop it later.
That's the sound of my good morning.
You want me to do it?
It's all right.
You staying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Steve? I'm sorry about what I said this morning.
I believe it's called a conditioned reflex.
In other words, he deserved it.
See you in the morning.
Looking at his face, it's just got a great face. You know? Even when he was a kid, he had that same face. Well, of course, he was just younger. We'll have to watch one of them early Little Rascals hour game episodes with him in it. And so now we got another earthquake. Apparently along the ridge where the other red line. It's with the red line. Let's not do that. All right, what airport is that? 1974. Anybody recognize this airport? I want to say it's John Wayne. Just because I say that
Hello, Max. It's Kate Barker.
they just didn't have airports
Fine,
like that
thank you.
out here.
The boys are up right now. Look, Max, that last shipment of 5653 came in a couple of weeks ago. Where'd you
Phil?
get it? Same place? Look, do me a favor. Call the guy and ask him if he's had any other complaints.
Yeah.
Anything out of the ordinary. We're getting some red smudges. Not every time, just sometimes.
Nice boots.
We don't know what it is, but it ain't making us any richer. Yeah. Thanks, Max.
She's seen. Oh, 10-year-old kid. Don't you feel like a schlub? But then again, why has he got a picture of a 10-year-old little girl? Oh, that's kind of weird. She was a little creepy. Makes you wonder.
Keep it right on this line, Steve.
It's Jackie Cooper's resting face, right?
This time we're covered like maple syrup.
It's just a great looking resting face, you know. And he can just evoke so much emotion with just a slight change in his face. That's what made him such a great director. He directed a lot of TV, a few movies. He directed a bit of a Magnum PI with Thomas Sun. That was a good show. Sheriff Oldfart. mother schlub. Poor bastard. Oh, Pepper.
Angela, time for school.
Oh, jeez. You look. There he is. He said, watch the sky. Watch his wings.
It's Steve! It's Steve!
All right, this next shot coming up, right? Is he going to come back?
Pat! Pat, come here!
You know how much bread this little stunt is costing us?
Well, a man's got to be sociable with a lady you spent a couple of days with. Go on back there and take a picture. Be a sport.
Come on.
Sport my foot.
It'll help the supply. I swear.
It's that Barker fella, that fly boy we had locked up.
Here is a great shot. I love this shot. This is awesome. I mean, to be here during the filming of this would have been really, I know I'm weird, but I get a kick out of this shit. Look at this. This wing is going back and forth.
Didn't I tell you Steve was terrific?
That's awesome.
Certainly did.
There's a law against buzzing a civilized
Just
area.
that shot between the plane coming in and
Says
switching
this
from
area
girl
is
to little lady.
civilized.
I mean, that's a great cinematography there. Especially in a little cheeser, low budget, made for TV movie, right?
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can it keep me warm when I'm cold? Anybody want to find
Wait,
out
no,
about Sleep
I'm always
Number?
hot.
Give them a
Sleep Number.
call. Sleep Number. Woohoo! Dial in your bed. Sleep Number. Rest in your head. Woohoo! Oh, officer. Well, what did she find this time?
I told you the chief was going to foreclose.
Well, what were we supposed to do? Stay up there and fly around forever?
Yeah.
We had to come down.
Goodbye, aeroplane. You have been impounded and rendered incapable of flying.
So far, so good. I've just got to print up a few more.
The red smudge is gone?
All gone.
Huh. Yeah, but there's something different.
And I think I know why. When we shot the ranch again, it was clear. Today we shot the ridge formation, and now it's clear.
So make your point, baby.
When we first flew over the ridge formation this morning, did you see any difference? Uh-huh. Happens every time. Man's so busy taking pictures, he doesn't see what he's looking at.
Man, what are you talking about?
Now look at these two pictures. Tell me if you see any difference.
Except for the fact that one has a red smudge and the other one doesn't. They're both the same.
Okay?
Yes.
You see it.
Uh-huh.
Hello?
Hello? Max.
Harley, look. You see this boulder here, and this one, and this one?
Say that again.
Sure. So what?
Well, in this picture here, this boulder's down here. And this one?
You're kidding.
Well, as a matter of fact, they're all down at the bottom of the hill in this picture.
So they all roll down the hill. What does that prove?
Harley, these rocks weigh hundreds of tons apiece. What pushed them? What made them suddenly roll down the hill?
Well, how would I know? Things like that happen in the desert all the time. Yeah. Haven't you ever heard of an avalanche?
Yeah, but what caused it? What caused this avalanche? Sometime between when we first flew over this hill formation and 24 hours later, something happened.
What was this?
That explains.
If there had been an earthquake, we would have heard about it.
Harley, I'm telling you, an earthquake moved these boulders down this hill. And it's got something to do with these red smudges.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's like a Twilight Zone.
No wonder we're going nuts. The entire shipment of film was recalled by the manufacturer over a month ago.
Oh.
Every customer who bought it was notified. Somehow they missed Max until Monday.
Why was the raw stock recalled?
There was some kind of chemical defect in the dyes or something. Max wasn't too sure. He said there was a computer mistake in the processing. Couldn't happen again in 1,000 years.
Huh.
Could we get some more of that film?
It was all destroyed.
Do we have any left?
We used the last of it today.
I knew it. I knew it last night, but I couldn't put it together.
Shit.
Somehow that film picked up heat radiation from the Earth.
They have fried your brains out there in Bates.
Tectonic
There is
plates,
no way
they
in
put
the
off a
world
lot
that
of
anybody
energy when
can
they're pushing
predict an
together.
earthquake.
I don't know.
Harley, I think Steve's right.
What?
Look, we know it's not the equipment and it's not the developing. It's the raw stock. Here's the ranch with red smudges, the ranch without red smudges. Here's the ridgeline with red smudges, and the same picture without. Each photograph without red smudges clearly indicates there's been some kind of land movement. Here, it's obvious that the ranch has been totally destroyed, and here, we see that boulders that were up here are now down here. Now, I can't explain it scientifically, but somehow those red smudges are a kind of warning.
And don't forget the time factor.
Right. It seems to be within 24 hours.
And in that time, whap, it's all over.
Whap,
I'll go finish up.
whap, whap.
Man, I do not believe this at all.
You're up. Hey, look, I got some film here. What's the last thing you took a picture of? The town. Flying over that town.
Steve! Harley! Come in here.
Music. That made-for-TV music.
More red smudges.
Holy hell.
Oh my God, it's Bates. The town's gonna be hit by an earthquake.
Oh, that's some awesome music. Classic stuff there, but nice playing. Too bad it's impounded.
Hey, if I shake my ass, can I get the plane? Look over here. Let me shake my ass over here. Don't look at the plane. Look over here.
Hey, Chief. How you doing today?
Obvious.
Oh, same as every day. Getting a normal static from upstairs about what's going on. And fed up with having to clean up after those hot dogs who've got brains in their backsides.
Oh, you're always complaining, but you love it, right?
Huh?
Oh, look over his shoulder.
Look, Kate, I want you to know there was nothing
She's
personal
bad
on my
at this.
part. It wasn't my idea to grab your plane.
Oh, Chief, we know that.
You see, the guys upstairs were all over me, all the time hollering, "Where's the dough? Where's the dough?"
dough? We want out bread. Oh, for the love of Pete.
Are you sure all you have to do is connect the magnetos from under there?
I'm telling you, the engines are gonna start.
Unless.
Listen, when you pay the bill, you'll get your plane back.
I still want to know why we're
Yeah, don't
risking
worry
jail to
about it.
save
I'm
a
not here
town
for the
located in nowhere that's nothing more than a speed trap.
Because people live there, in particular, a little girl.
A little Doyle.
I still say we ought to call the authorities.
Believe me, they'll never believe me.
See you.
Hey, Kate, come on over to the office and have a scotch before you go home tonight.
Best offer I've had in weeks.
Okay.
Can I bring my boyfriend? Yeah, that's not nice. Ah, shit. Let me know, see, you got
Come
that
on,
baby. So they're going to impound your plane and reclaim it while it's there. Well, they better have it.
What the? Hey! Where do you guys think you're going?
More great music.
7201 uniform, this is Tower Control. Do you read me? Over.
What the hell are you guys doing?
Yeah, 7201 uniform, the taxiing Twin Beach. You do not have ground control clearance. Return to your base and call the
Man, get this road moving. The sheriff is going to cut us off at the pass.
I hate that cliche.
01 uniform, you are not cleared to taxi. Return to your base at once. 01 uniform, do not turn onto the active runway. You are not cleared for takeoff. Do not turn onto the active runway. We have traffic on final. 01 uniform, abort your takeoff. You are violating an air traffic control directive. Repeat, do not take off. Do not take off. All traffic, recognize and avoid a Twin Beach making unauthorized departure from the active runway. Intentions unknown.
John Wayne Airport is not like in Long Beach or something. It's close to refineries and whatnot. Harbor. Gosh, that was exciting. I guess a beer.
You should have known him during the war. Nerves of steel.
I think he was fantastic.
Crazy white bitch. What a cool little town. Peppa. The little girl and the dog.
What page, Angela?
72.
Well, seems that's where you were half an hour ago.
I missed some parts, so I had to go back.
I see. Would you be interested in some fig Newtons after your lesson?
Does that mean I don't get them until I finish?
Very perceptive.
Just call me and the dog Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper. Charlie.
Remember what I said about coming back someday?
Oh, I knew you didn't mean it. Miss Porter said she didn't think it was fair that you were locked up for what you did, and neither do I.
Yeah.
You know you're some special kind of kid. Look, I am going to come back someday. Anytime you hear an airplane, you look up
Because one of these days it's going to be me.
I'm gonna come back and beat the hell out of that judge. Making him scrape the ground with a rake in some little Santa's village crap hole. Why, I oughta.
There's Bates.
Where are you gonna put this boat down?
Main Street, here we come.
Crazy.
Man, you are insane.
Oh, that's what I just said. Crazy insane. He's crazy.
Boosters on. Full rich.
Full rich. Man, that's a lot of fuel.
Gear down.
Gear down. Now we gotta use rubber too. Oh man, we spent a lot of money on this. Take pictures too.
Quarter flap.
Uh-oh. Looks like she crapped herself already. That's the drum lady, right? Is that the man with alcohol?
Tom!
I think the booze
You
is
gotta
here.
see this!
What is it, Helen?
Is it Judge
Well,
Tom?
come here a minute.
What made him the judge anyway? He was the rich guy. Give power to somebody because they got money. You crazy. You crazy. It's Steve. It's Steve.
It's Steve! It's Steve!
No full flaps till I tell you.
I tell you. What a landing.
Angela!
Just takes her down. Lord! Zips her head off. What's going on here? Zipperina out. Crank that bird around. He's been running digital lines all that black hair. You can't park there. Now we're gonna have to charge you a hefty fine and get you raking again. Damn it. Get him out of there. Get him raking. He owes us 3 days of raking. Ooh, 3 people. Get them all raking. Give each a rake.
Listen, everybody. There's no time to lose. I can't explain all the scientific mumbo jumbo right now, but this place, right here where you're standing, is going to be hit by an earthquake.
It's all true. Please believe it.
It could happen any second. Now, there isn't time to do anything except this area.
Very nice.
Please, don't just stand there. We've all got to get out of here. Get on the plane now.
Barker, I don't know what you're trying to prove with this kind of a stunt. We have tremors here all the time. They're common in this country.
Common in this country.
I'm talking about something.
Shut up. Every one of you here, shut up.
Shut up, you dumb honkies.
You think we got nothing better to do than to steal this thing? Fly out here in the middle of nothing to argue with yokels too dumb to know that Judgment Day ain't coming. It's here, today, now.
Now. Bye, crack it.
What in the devil's going on here?
Uh-oh.
Officer Ferguson, arrest these people.
What? Handcuff that plane.
Okay, nobody move.
Man, I told you this hot box wasn't worth saving.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's starting. Oh my God. Oh,
Don't worry about it.
Oh, God.
Don't get scared. There's no time to lose. That was nothing compared to what's going to happen. Now, please, just get on the plane. Polly, start the engine. I'm going to check the building.
Everybody, don't get hysterical.
Will you understand this place is finished? You're going to kill all these people.
We ought to go. Oh, it's never been our time.
One more.
Do I know how to do that? Dig a long trench and a squiggly line, put a big bag in there that's inflated, covered up with dirt, and then deflate it slowly.
Angela, come back. Let's go, please, honey. Please.
In a minute.
Get on
I can't go without Billy's picture. I can't. I must get it.
Take care of it.
It's in the box, in the closet,
No,
Pat.
not Santa's
Don't
Billy.
worry, I'll get it.
Oh, not the littlest turbo.
Steve.
Oh, the crazy lady. Everybody's running back into the houses. Whoa. Shit. Sirs. Everybody go chase somebody.
I don't want to.
Miss Porter! Come on. I have just a few more letters, Mr. Barker.
Oh, jeez.
Come on.
All this crap. What do you need all this crap for? This will survive. Jeez.
Come on. Come on.
Just a couple more things.
But I'm a minor 49er. Damn it. I got to have my goods. This guy, oh, what a pathetic sap he is.
The municipal project.
I got about everything worth a black nickel.
Just that? Really?
Come on.
That was the expensive stuff?
But what about my things?
There is not enough time or space.
No. What's this guy do? She got one post.
Thank you, Mr. Barker.
Oh, it's not bad.
Get my bottle of booze.
There he is. Where is there?
Oh, crap. He went batshit crazy. It's a beautiful place, I swear.
I'll get him.
I'll smack him upside the head. That's what I'll do. Mr. Captain's my ass. Cop just gets in there.
Hey, that guy over there. I'll get him. You help Miss Porter.
Man, shit, when I wanted to smack somebody. Whoa, he just pushed that old lady in the ass.
Angela.
Pepper. Come on, Pepper, don't be scared.
Pepper.
Don't be scared, Pepper.
Pepper.
Just leave old Judge.
Come on, let's go. Let's get out of here.
Oh, damn it. You're gonna have to punch it. You're gonna have to crack it. Just. got a winch. I saw him pulling this out. Go back and take a look. Oh, dude. Nice. Beat up by his own municipal party. That'll teach you. Payback. Come on, Albert, we're gonna die.
Tom! Tom! Tom, did you get my booze?
The only judge there is the mayor of Crap City now. Damn.
Don't leave me, I gotta help him, but they'll never make it. Please.
Oh shit. Shit. It's a geyser. Geyser. This kind of town doesn't have that much infrastructure.
Everybody forward, as far forward as possible.
Forward,
Hurry.
forward. What? Somebody's doing it.
Let's get out of here.
Santa's crappy villages right now. What the hell was that lady doing? How was that?
Nine seconds, we roll.
Feel the sneeze coming on.
Lord, no.
Shit.
The road.
Bro. Bloods don't like a fucked up road.
Up, baby. Up, baby.
Up. Oh, it's a ramp. Look at that. We're gonna go up for sure. It just might be real quick.
Come on.
Oh,
Stand it up.
up. Get up. Get up. Flight of the Phoenix. My goodness. Yes, that's good. That's good.
You're up.
Oh, Santa's Village. A lot of speeders went through this town. Are real happy about this. Ah.
After all these years,
we're free.
Finally took an earthquake.
What am I gonna do now? You're judge of two things. Shit town. Hey, you got the mail out. These people have absolutely no possessions.
Never had a ride like this
to
before,
their name.
did we, Pepper?
Except the little girl. She never had anything, right? She got the dog.
You drive.
Little girl
Right on,
said
bro.
pretty. That smile.
Are you two going together?
Yeah, they go on somewhere.
We're trying.
Going to hell.
Hey, you like him a lot, don't you?
Of course, he came back for me, didn't he?
Gosh.
I hope he came back for me, too.
You wish. You came back for the dog.
When can we go to Disneyland?
Let's go.
Whatever
there now.
you ladies want.
Back down the parking lot was huge. Bobby Sherman. It can't be the same Bobby Sherman, right? What a lead! All right, there we go. That is our movie for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you get a chance, get on over to Retro TV and say howdy and give them a thumbs up for the movie and subscribe because he's always got a lot of cool made for TV movies. He's got a complete playlist of made for TV movies and all kinds of other cool stuff to watch. So be sure to stop by and check it out. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. So if there's anyone out there who can type in the one-word title to the 1990s animated movie that stole its plot from this movie. There is a subplot in this movie, kind of a main theme in this movie. And yeah, one word title, one word movie title. Animated movie from the 90s. And its plot, its main plot, was stolen from this movie. I'm just going to say stolen, all right? Because it's, to me, it's blatantly obvious that somebody at some point thought they were doing something original, but perhaps had seen this movie at some point in their past, right? And it stuck. And so they created the or maybe they did it knowingly. Remember that movie with Jackie Cooper? Remember that part of the movie? Let's use that. So yeah, if somebody can tell me what the title of that animated movie is from the 90s, you win a prize. I have no idea what that prize would be. Speaking of prizes, let's see, my audio sounds good. I can take this off. Speaking of prizes, it looks like we're going to be coming up to an event here on my channel. At last check, my subscriber count, my list of new friends has grown to the number 87. All right, 87 subscribers. Wow. I thought it would take me years to get to something like that, considering I, hadn't really done much for the first 10 years or so of this channel. So 87 subscribers. Now, I made a promise that when I get to 100 subscribers, I'm going to hold a drawing and I'm going to give some things away. Okay. So let it be known that a telethon is in the works, a multi-hour, multi-day, a few days long. It's going to be a long telethon. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come on live in the morning, and I'm going to stay on for a couple of days until my viewer count reaches 10. When I get to 10, I'm going to hold a drawing. I'm going to pull names out of hats. I'm going to have 2 hats. One hat is going to be a list of all of my friends on Facebook and the friends that I know about on YouTube. And then one hat is going to contain names from people who have commented in the comments drawing, which means that they want to be in the drawing. And then they're in a separate drawing, a smaller, easier to win drawing. Okay. We'll probably have a dozen or so people, less than 20, in that hat. The other hat will contain upwards of 100 people in the hat. So it'll be an interesting drawing. And what I'll do is I'll wait till I get to 10% of my subscribers are watching. All right. And you don't have to watch to win. There's no purchase necessary. All you got to do is let me know that you want to be involved in either drawing. Now, the drawing that I do from my Facebook list of friends and the subscribers that I know about on YouTube, you don't have to enter that. Okay, that's going to be just a random drawing with as many names as I can gather. The real drawing will be the ones who type in drawing during any of my videos. Watch any of my videos and type in drawing, and you're entered to win. That's it. And then at some point, I will get with you via message and kind of find out what exactly I should send to you. What's your thing about the 70s or 80s? What was your shtick? What was your likes, your dislikes? I don't want to send something to you if you get it and you go, I hate these guys. This sucks. Snap. I want to send something to you that, makes you have a little bit of a time trip, because that's what my thing is. I'm going to go back and I'm going to close this, this here window here because it's getting bright. It does that. I got a big dog on the floor here. Woo. Woo. It's okay, dog. You don't have to go anywhere. You can stay there. I'll walk around you. Don't worry about it, big face. You're a good dog. Yes, you are. You're a big silly face. Now, Sam promised that he would come out this morning and be on my show, but he always makes pillow talk promises in the middle of the night, laying there with me in bed, looking into my eyes, going, whatever you want, man, just keep scratching. I'll do whatever you want. Just keep scratching, man. And then, of course, I get up in the morning. Hey, you want to be on the show? He's like, shut up. I'm trying to sleep. That dog. So, yeah, let's review what's going to be going on this week. I will take us through another. Let's just watch the weekly programming again. And it's just a little commercial that I like to put on. Hey. enjoyed today's episode. Today, the earthquake. I loved it. That's me on the bong. Wow, that's spectacular. I like making little videos. It pleases me so. It really does. Makes me giddy. So I'm wearing my Planet of the Apes shirt because Planet of the Apes came out in 1968, the year I was born. So and I love the movie. It's one of my favorite movies. I saw it in a I don't know what do they call that when it comes back to the theaters, because a sequel comes out, so they bring it back to the theaters so you can watch it and then go watch the sequel. So I saw it in the theaters during one of the sequels when I was a kid, back in 74 or 75 or something. I'm not too sure of the year. I'd have to go back and dig into my brain and events and try to tie them up together to see where I was at, right? There you are. Gosh. Gosh. Let's see. So, yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun this week, and I'm already lining up stuff for next week, and a fantastic TV show that I found. We'll be able to watch an episode of that, right? And as long as I don't get any static from YouTube policies, then we're going to continue to do this in this fashion. And I urge you that if you're watching along and just see me mention a channel, a YouTube channel that we're enjoying, right, whether it be a movie or a concert or some TV stuff, please go there and subscribe. All right, that's it's the least you can do. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything to join YouTube. Doesn't cost you anything to click on that and say, hey, you know, I appreciate it. It's like going to PBS and donating money. All right, it's the same thing. A like, a subscribe, it helps out a channel. All right, it really does. And even if we're not doing this for money, it helps get us that YouTube prestige that allows us to do more on YouTube, right? There you go. So let's see, what have we got going on this week? Last night I met up with Bush, and we transferred my drum kit and a guitar into his van for open mic night tonight. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it. I had a lot of work yesterday, actual work, and not just playing around like here. And then I've got to work today, so and then maybe tomorrow. So tonight it was like not really looking good to go out for like 7 to 9 or 10, right? That's just even if I'm just going there to hold my phone and do a live thing from there, it's still a lot of being up and about, right? I've decided to take a break from the live open mic night stuff that I was doing until I can work the bugs out of the sound issue. A lot of things we've tried just really haven't worked. So I need to go back to basics and set up one mic and try it and see if it works. Record it live on YouTube, do a test, bada bing, bang, boom, check everything. And then, you know, mark on this microphone, you know, YouTube, yes, you know, and then type out some instructions on how to use this particular microphone what applications, how do I use it? Because right now I use this microphone here for Facebook and for solo camera YouTube recording, right? I'm going to try to use that one for picking up live music. And then, of course, this microphone I use through the Black Magic mixer here, this set of lights, because it works pretty good with that. And it just plugs directly into it. So I'm going to keep using these and my mixer and my big shotgun mics from the 80s. And just kind of keep playing with it all until I get it figured out. So we're on until 8 o'clock today. So if anybody has any movies they'd like to talk about from the 70s, 80s, or even earlier, hit me up. Hit me up during the show, or hit me up while it's in the playlist, because I get notifications that somebody has made a comment, and then I can get with you as soon as I get the message and say, hey, thanks for the comment. I could even possibly, if I get the message early enough, be able to have a conversation with you while you're watching my video, right? Wouldn't that be cool? Actual two-way communication. Just like it's supposed to be, right? So let's see. What kind of movies have I been watching lately? I watch a lot of the same old movies that I've been watching most of my life. And then I watch a lot of new movies from the 70s and 80s and earlier that I just haven't seen yet, right? So most of the new stuff that I see is old stuff, right? So I'm going to take this off because it makes my ears sweat after a while. Then I'm not watching a movie. So the way I've got everything worked out is if I'm going to video chat with somebody or play a commercial or watch something, a movie or something, I've got to have my headphones on so that I can hear it too, because everything runs through all of these gadgets and gizmos and things, and eventually comes out through my TV, which is where I see the mixed and the outgoing stuff. So I listen to that on my headphones, but I don't need to listen to myself talk. I get enough of that, even when I'm not on YouTube. It's always going. There's always something back here saying, hey, look at that bald head. Hey. But yeah, so movies. I've been watching a lot of Shrek as my sleeping pill movie, and Space Odyssey 2010, the sequel to 2001, right? And I also like to watch movies on Roku and Prime and Paramount and Netflix. The other day we watched Firestarter, right? Drew Barrymore and I want to say Keith David, but I'm going to say David Keith. It's one of those guys, right? What was that? Heather Locklear? I believe it was Heather Locklear who had a little bit part as the mother in there. And then, of course, George C. Scott and Martin Sheen in the movie Firestarter. And I want to say that Firestarter was Brian De Palma, but I can't say that. But it was a great friggin' movie. I want to say it's a Stephen King story. But I can't commit to any of this because my brain's not working right. Yeah, and then I'm sure I've got some other movies that are going to dribble out of my brain that I watched over the weekend. I like to sit here with my wife and pull out and watch movies. In fact, my daughter came out, was like, let's watch this movie. It was an older movie. And we put it on, and then my wife goes in and tells my daughter. My daughter actually came out and watched the whole movie. And it was It was a weird movie. It was a movie with William Devane. And it was about a Vietnam vet who had been a POW for 8 years. I don't know if we talked about this last week. You'll have to stop me if I've told this story already. But I feel like I've told the story, so I won't go into great detail. Needless to say, he comes home. The town of San Antonio gives him a bunch of money, and some thugs come along and steal it and kill his wife and kid. And he goes on the rampage and goes down to old Mexico and takes his vengeance like that. So that was a great one, and I really enjoyed the fact that my daughter came out and watched it. One of the movies that I want us to watch together, and I'll try to find out if we can. If not, I'll just find you links to it. But it's a 1980s movie. I'm going to say it's early 1980s. It might be late 1970s. But it's the movie The Elephant Man. All right. And it is a fantastic movie. And it is a true life story of John Merrick, who had a disfiguring condition for his face to swell up and be all, tumorous. And it's just a phenomenal movie in black and white. Anthony Hopkins is in it. I can't remember who plays John Merrick. But it's also has kind of a modern version set in the 80s. The movie title was Mask, with Cher as the mother of a child played by Eric Stoltz, who had the same disfiguring condition. I don't remember what the condition is. Somebody will watch this and eventually type in the comments what that condition is. But it's a great modern version of that. Not necessarily that movie, but that condition and that piece of humanity, right? So yeah, you get a chance, watch both of those movies, The Elephant Man and Mask. Sam Elliott plays a biker in the movie Mask, and does a great part. Eric Stoltz is phenomenal in this movie. He's wearing so much latex that you don't even know that it's him in there at all, except for his voice. If you know his voice, then you know it's him. And he did a lot of things in the 80s, just a lot of great movies, and then kind of went off the map for a little while, until just like John Travolta, he popped up in Pulp Fiction, and then it was like, oh wow, yeah, Eric Stoltz, right? And he showed up, and he was like covered in tattoos, I think, and had a big syringe jabbing it into what's her face's chest. I mean, that was just a classic fucking scene right there in Pulp Fiction. Now there's the thing about me and Quentin Tarantino is I can only watch his movies once or twice, and that's about it. It's like you want to watch it and then you go, wow, that was a pretty fucking bizarre, heavy movie, and then somebody says, ooh, watch it with me, and then you might watch it again. But with me, I can't. I don't own any Quentin Tarantino movies. I don't think I could own any Quentin Tarantino movies, because what's the point? I'm not going to watch them, right? Once is enough. Twice is more than enough. Three's a crowd, man. I don't need that kind of crap hanging around in my head that much, right? Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, in any of his movies you can pick, and it's just a bloody gore fest, right? And it's like it takes humanity and morals and just sends it on vacation, right? It's just, I can't do too much Tarantino. No, sir, I cannot do it. But I will say that they are fantastic movies, right? Just not my, it's not my bag, baby. There are some Quentin Tarantino movies I have not seen yet. And because he's decided to only make like 9 movies throughout his career, or he's already chosen how many movies he's going to cap out at, right? So it's like I'm really in no hurry to see any of his movies, because it's not like I have to keep up with the schedule. It's not like, oh man, I'm 3 movies behind and he's putting out another one this year. I don't have to do that, right? I can wait. The one movie that I really did not like was the Inglourious Bastards, right? I just thought it was really ridiculous. And if you're going to do a comedy movie on World War II, then do a comedy. Don't half-ass it, right? You didn't know if this was action adventure, if it was historic, if it was comedy. It was ambiguous. It was completely shoddy. I did not like it. I didn't like the story. I didn't like how he just decided to kind of rewrite history his own way, using actual events. It was like, I didn't like it. I love historic movies. I really get into World War II, actual, nonfiction. But, stick to shoot 'em up movies, I didn't like it. I just didn't like it, And he's only got a handful of movies. So, I mean, if you start disliking his movies, I mean, what's the point of watching another one? It's like a 50-50. Yeah, I might like it, I might hate it, Whereas usually if I'm going to see a Spielberg movie, I know that it's probably going to be okay. Back when George Lucas was making movies, I'd watch a George Lucas movie because he didn't make them all that much. And when he made a movie, it was going to be pretty good. It might be a little weird, like Howard the Duck, right? But it's going to be a good movie, even if he's just producing. Yeah. What are you going to do about it, then? Yeah, so I'm a big old movie guy. I'd rather watch an old movie that I've seen a few times than to try to wrestle with the thought of watching some of this new crap that's out there, because I just don't get it. I don't get it. Old dog, new tricks. Maybe I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't fucking understand it. I don't even know if I'm still on here. I got nothing going on. I don't know if I was canceled out on YouTube and they're just toying with me. So if there's somebody there watching, give me a wave. Let me know what's going on so I can consider picking my nose on camera or something, right? So at some point, I'm hoping that we can get on, some Little Rascals. We might do some movie shorts. If we're going to do movie shorts, we'll probably do some early animated stuff. I know I can get away with airing some early Popeye, some early Betty Boop stuff before it got copywritten, before there was a whole copyright thing. There was a bunch of early stuff that was produced that didn't get copywritten. Of course, Mickey Mouse had the same issue, but Disney came along and gobbled shit up really quick because, he was Walt fucking Disney. He knew what the fuck he was doing. Yeah. So, gosh, it's just about 7 o'clock and we got about another hour of this to go. That awkward silence there. Yeah. I remember the early first week of mornings with Crazy Old Weird Bearded Guy here. When it was an empty room, well, except for the walls, I still had all my records and stereos and stuff in here. But for the most part, none of this was here. No stuff in this room. It was just the center of the room was just a rug and a chair. I mean, it was nothing. And then I'd bring a chair in and set it down and sit down and have my coffee and or tea, depending on what I was doing. And it was pretty quiet. We had a lot of quiet time in that first week of that first season. We'd come a long way. Now you couldn't shut me up if you paid me, except for that awkward silence that happens occasion. Yes, I still have the music here for Let's Go to the Movies on thumb drive here. Hoping at some point to be able to run it over to a friend's studio and work on it and finish it off and get it ready for Sundays, for the Sunday morning show. Because that and a couple of other musical elements are keeping me from finishing off that first episode. And I want to try to get that episode to an hour, right? And then subsequent episodes after that don't necessarily have to meet that time quota, right? But I'd like to make the most out of my first live Sundays broadcast of a multi-segmented show, right? Much in the fashion of Sunday morning on CBS and let's say Real People from back in the days. Yeah. So that'll be fun. And then after that, I'll get into doing Sundays to release episodes of things that I've done throughout that week. So every Sunday will be me airing episodes of segments that I've created, whether it be a concert video or a new documentary or some other unusual segment that I've begun to create some really different portions to my morning show. And I thought, well, rather than just bring them to you on YouTube when I finish them, just upload them and say, look, here's my new thing. Go look at it. What I thought I'd do is I'd come to you Sunday morning at 5 and show you my new segments. And then throughout the week, I can share them with you again. And then the following Sunday, when I share with you new stuff, I can take the previous episode and break it into its individual segments and upload them. And then you can watch, the entire Sunday show, or you can just watch the individual segments that are on that particular show. So I think it's going to help me creatively, and it's going to help me on YouTube because I'll be able to create more content, but keep the amount of content, rather the quality of content, keep it up. Doing the Monday Night Live stuff, my quality came way down because of my sound issues. And then the quality of my morning show came way down, having my studio split in 2 different places. It didn't feel right. And I didn't feel comfortable moving forward because I felt like I was robbing myself of the opportunity to do more here, right? So that's the fact, Jack. I'm going back to basics. I'm staying here more. If I go mobile, I'm going to be using a new Apple phone that might hand me down from my daughter. If I go live from here, I'll be able to do a mobile remote or do a live remote via Messenger or Zoom or whatever, and be able to involve, people from abroad, which will be really, really cool. Not just, the people that are really, really abroad, but the people who are close and maybe they've got something going on and they can't make it over here for my 5 o'clock Friday live schedule, right? So they can get with me via, computer, and we can hook something up, and maybe even from where they're at, they can just go live from where they're at on their phone, and I can just bring it right to you, So I'm learning more about my options here on on YouTube. And hopefully I won't get any strikes against me or get punished too much from YouTube if I do. Because like I said, I'm pretty new at this. I finally found out where, and I'll have to go back and search again, found out where I can take the copyright and privacy and policy and stuff rules school. It's a little place where you can learn about all of these things, right? So that, and I'll have to watch some videos and whatnot. And if this is going to be me, I'm going to have to learn more of the ropes, right? It's just the way it is. Gosh, it's 7 o'clock and I feel like I want to get rolling. But more than likely, it's just my hungry talking, right? So there's my Planet of the Apes shirt. There's Cornelius, played by Roddy McDowall. And there's a movie I wish we could watch here in the mornings. I'm just happy that we can do the morning show the way I envisioned season 3 to be, right? Watching some movie stuff, watching some TV stuff, doing the old time radio stuff, listening to some concert stuff, or visiting the past, via videos and audio and stuff. And then Fridays to be able to just really concentrate on my own childhood and my friends and family and the place I grew up and that kind of stuff. And that's kind of neat. So yeah, there'll be lots more of that to come here in season 3 of Mornings with Crazy Old Weird Bearded Guy. Yo. And we're just going to kind of let it happen organically and see how many episodes we get out of this season. I had kind of envisioned my seasons growing and growing and growing in size, right? Episode quantity. But we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. But that's all I can say about that. We're just going to have to let it happen, right? And who knows when season 3 will lead to season 4. At some point, I am going to be introducing guests here in the morning via computer, okay, and via telephone. I have an actual landline telephone hooked through my modem so that I can actually hear a phone ring and pick it up, and I will mic it so that we can all hear together what's going on the phone. And it should be quite interesting, really. So season 4 looks to be, the possibility of once we get from 3 computers or 2 computers to 2 computers and a Chromebook, maybe, that we'll be looking at the ability to bring in a movie to watch and have a watch party so that I can have a viewer with me watching the movie or watching the news broadcast or listening to a concert, or here with me while we're doing the video throwback or flashback or something, right? And that's going to be neat. So there's a lot in the works. Technically, I'm still a baby. I don't know digital. I don't know computers. I don't know all of this crap. It's a huge learning curve. I'm an analog guy, kid video. I'm an analog man, right? So it's gonna take some shoehorning to get this stuff into my brain. I literally have to write things down. Okay, click on that, click on this, and then go here. That's where it's, yay, I found it again. It took me an hour, right? It took me an hour to find Let's Go to the Movies, the copy that was my final copy. And it was just hiding away in a file somewhere, you know, and I had to open up the program and look into its saved file to find it. Sheesh. So I've begun the arduous task of trying to organize two computers that are connected. So when I organize something here, it shifts this computer and saves to this computer. And it's like, you know, I don't have to go from, I don't have to transfer one thing to another. I just have to access it here, and then it loads up on the other computer, right? And it's just, it's neat, but the computers aren't the same. They don't act the same. They don't have the same amount of memory. I can't do too much on my graphics computer because it doesn't have the memory. It's going to work great for Facebook, Messenger, Zoom, that kind of stuff. This computer here is going to work great for graphics. And then a Chromebook is going to be perfect to plug in to go live onto YouTube, right? Because that's all I need it for. So it looks like it's gonna turn out to be 3 laptops and this audio video mixer, and perhaps a pre-audio mixer, so that I can punch in sound effects and switch between microphones and things before it gets to the mixer, right? So if I get a telephone call, I can punch that in and go to that, and you know what I'm saying. Technical crap that I don't know how to explain, because I don't know what I'm talking about. I know that I do need to access a hard drive on this mixer so I can save stuff that I'm doing before it gets to YouTube, so that no matter what, my stuff is saved, right? So that's one of those questions that I have to ask when I call up the Black Magic people at Black Magic Design and go to their customer service and say, how do I do this? I ain't so smart. And it doesn't really tell you everything in the manual. The manual is kind of short. It just gives you the basics, and you got to get into watching videos and stuff. And I just, I'm kind of like a point and click guy. I'm a, show me how to do it on paper, and that's how I'm going to do it, right? And watching videos means that I'm going to have to write shit down, so that I remember how to do it. Brain injury, can't remember shit. So, yeah, so that's a bummer. But what are you going to do, eh? So yeah, it is May 13th, 2024. It's after 7 a.m. in the morning on the Monday edition of Mornings with Crazy Old Weird Bearded Guy. We just finished watching The Day the Earth Moved with Jackie Cooper, and I'm going to say Stella Stevens, and Cleavon Little, and then a whole host of character actors from the day. Just a great made-for-TV movie, really low budget. I think there were a couple of interior shots that they used throughout the whole, like their office at the airplane hangar, right? That the interior of the airplane, and then interior and exterior in that little town, right? And that was it. If you get a chance, go to the playlist for Monday Movie Memories, Movie Monday, whatever I've called this, and watch this and tell me what 1990s animated movie stole their plot from a subplot in this movie, right? Do that and you win a prize. A big kiss, big hug and a kiss. No, seriously, somebody tell me. If you can figure that out, I won't feel like I'm the only one in the world who sees this, you know, the connection. At some point this morning, I was hoping I would get my brother to get on here. It's quite possible, it getting later, that he might. But I know that he is responsible for making sure that his granddaughter gets up and goes to school every day, like a good grandpa. And he doesn't always get to stop by and hang out. I know there's a couple of people watching. So if you can tell me from the movie that we watched today, The Day the Earth Moved, what was the movie from the 1990s, the animated movie from the 1990s that stole its plot from a subplot in this movie? You're going to have to watch the movie. All right. You can watch it here and play this episode back, or you can watch it in the playlist. That's okay if you missed the movie because it's in a playlist, the Monday Movie Memories playlist. So go watch it, or you can rewatch this episode. If you watch it here, you're going to have me blathering and talking and stuff. If you watch it in the playlist, be sure to subscribe to Retro TV and like this, because it's a great movie, and it's a great channel for bringing us old movies and old TV stuff. So check it out. And these are made for TV movies from the 70s. And so it's like just over an hour and 12 minutes long. It's not a long video because it was made for TV. They had to jam in a lot of commercials. So it's really a great movie because it's so short. It's got Jackie Cooper and Cleavon Little. And it's awesome. Yeah, watch it later. You know, it really is cool. But watch it from the playlist because you'll really enjoy it. You know, you got to deal with commercials, but that's okay. We dealt with commercials watching it here. I watched it directly from Retro TV channel. So, you know, if you're into watching commercials, watch the commercials. It helps the channel, not so in this case because Retro TV has not monetized their channel, so he's not making money off of these videos. So he does have a patron site where you can go and donate money to him. So if you're so inclined, you know, go for it, dudes. And the commercials on there aren't so bad, you know, ASCPA, or yeah, whatever that is, and you know, some other donating things, but you know, those things can't be all bad, right? But yeah, I've been watching a few movies over the weekend. Unfortunately, I can't remember any of them because I'm a brain dead zombie most of the time. Over the weekend, I wound up getting more sleep than I should have, right? I actually slept for over 7 hours one morning, and then was able to take like a 3 or 4 hour nap later that day, right? That's like crazy. Lately, it's been hard to wake up, right? I mean, I'm used to sleeping for 5 hours max, right? And every night, and that's it. And since I've been doing this weird stuff, or you know, maybe it's since my health has gone weird, it's like I get, like last night, I think I got two or 3 hours sleep because I didn't get into bed until after like 1. I was here editing video. And I thought, well, all right, I got a lot of sleep yesterday. So I thought, okay, well, I don't need a whole lot of sleep this morning. So I didn't. I got a couple hours, and I'll probably at some point go to work and then come home and pass out for a couple of hours. And then I may or may not go out this evening to open mic. I'd like to, without all the rigmarole of the studio and everything, just go out there in my wife's car, quick lickety split, quick as you please, and just go out there and have some fun as a spectator. Maybe take a tripod and my phone clip for the tripod and just set it up and sit there and have a Coke and watch the show. That sounds like fun. The last couple of times I was there, I couldn't enjoy anything because I was worried about sound and video and this and that and the other. And it was just like, it took all the fun out of it. It felt like a job. I was there for 8 hours last Monday. And I got 2.5 hours of video and a sore body. And that was it. I got free pizza and a Coke. Thank you, Linus. But other than that, it just wasn't, it felt like work. I don't want to do stuff that feels like work, especially my hobby. This is a hobby. This ain't a job. This is a hobby. I'm not making money off of this shit. This is just having fun. So I don't want to get into, being beholden to someone for something, I made a commitment with Bush because, he's a friend and I want to support his thing. And this open mic night is his baby. So if I can be there as a friend to help in any capacity, I will, even if it's just loaning him my musical instruments so he can create a better atmosphere for the artists to come and perform. And it should be kind of loose and laid back, and I think the whole camera thing really took it to another level. I think what should probably happen is we should do it like at what is it called? Nudies Bar, I think is what it's called. Nudies. Check me out if I'm wrong, people, on YouTube. It's a bar where they just have a live feed 24/7 pointing down at the stage. Sometimes the audio is on, sometimes the audio is off. When the audio is on, it's because there's someone on stage performing. Okay. So I think that if they had something like that, where, okay, it's 5 o'clock, let's turn it on. And then you watch it set up. And then at 7 o'clock, you turn on the mic, you watch it happen. At 9 or 10, you turn off the mic, you watch it close down, and you turn off the live feed. And I think if we can set something like that up for Bush, it would be perfect. No muss, no fuss. He can do his thing and not worry about what's happening on the live feed. And since I can't commit to something like that on the level that I want to, I'm not even gonna revisit that until I can do something. And it's probably going to be a joint effort with me and a few other people like Bush and David and Tripp and whoever else from these things that I can get on board to just get together once a month and have a little party and go live. Right? Now, to me, that sounds a lot easier to produce than some weekly thing where it takes multiple hours to set up and break down. It takes longer to set up and break down than it does to actually go live, and I was trying to avoid that by having everything in my van and set up easy, and it just seems like it's just not going to work out that easy anyway. But setting up a simple live feed, even if it's just a phone off in a corner attached to a post somewhere, live, plugged in, so it's got power and a good Wi-Fi signal, and that's it. okay, go live, and then just do whatever you're going to do for several hours, and everything is live, you know? Yeah. To me, that sounds easily produced, right? With I'm just listening to what's happening outside. People getting ready for work because it's Monday, you know, people showing up to pick up people. And, it's distracting me. So, yeah, I mean, setting up a phone and maybe even a good mic on the phone. If the phone's got a good camera, you hook on one of those attachable mics, or just have it plugged in. If you can just have it plugged in so it stays live and strong. It's pretty basic. You know, I mean, I've gone live from downtown Disney, from downtown Pomona, from Hollywood. So, yeah, I'm anxious to see what we can hook up for Bush to make it, you know, he can set up this camera in 5 minutes, you know, and be live, and then spend the rest of the evening just taking care of his show, right? His open mic deal. And then that will allow us the opportunity to set up some stage elements that will kind of accentuate what he wants to do. Put a projector up on the wall behind people so he can have stuff flashing up there, right? You know, maybe what we'll do is get a slide projector and just go back to basics, right? And then he can just click and a slide switches, and now he can just drop in the slide of somebody else's name, right? Contestant so-and-so. Or one of those overhead projectors, you just write it on a clear thing, flip it over backwards and project it up, right? We could probably come up with an old school overhead projector, right? That'd be cool. And you get someone out there in the audience to work it. You know, of course, Bush could do it because what is he gonna do? You know, it's his show. Yeah, so I'm kind of excited to take a back seat to this and just kind of help out where I need it. You know, I'm an idea man, mostly. And then I like to MacGyver. I like to MacGyver a lot. Think outside the box. I like to think outside the rabbit hole. Yeah. So let's see. It's 7:20. We're TikToking here, people. And mainly I just like to stay on here after events because if I don't do my talking, I feel kind of unfulfilled, first of all. And second of all, my wife has to listen to all this. I go and she and I work together, you know, cleaning vacation rentals. So normally when I'm like in the bathroom cleaning, it sounds like there's about a dozen people in there having a conversation. You know, I can't apologize for it. It's just the way I am. I'm a kook. You know, maybe I do have multiple personalities. Maybe it's just idiosyncrasies that make me constantly have to, you know, maybe it's from decades long depression, lifelong depression, where my voice has been stifled, whether by myself or, you know, the world's low opinion of me, right? But now it seems like I don't want to shut up anymore. I don't want to keep it in. I don't want to hold back. I got something to say. I want to fucking say it. If it offends someone, that's your issue. I'm not outwardly trying to hurt anyone's feelings, so I can't apologize for it. I won't. If you are offended by something that I say, once again, I've said this before, that's your issue. That's your hang up. Deal with it. Don't blame me for your issues, right? So there's that. And I don't think anybody should blame anyone for the shit that goes on in their own head. For the years, I blame the world. It ain't their fucking fault, that I've been like this since birth. Come on. And it ain't my fault. So I don't have to feel guilty about feeling like this, right? But I ain't gonna shut up no more. Yeah. Totally. So at some point, I am going to air my commercial again for what's going on this week. And then we'll watch the end credits because I'm proud of these little things that I create. I really am. They're silly, they're funny, but they're totally me. I got to, if you watch the live video chat with my brother Robert, that was really fun. For the first part, the audio is way off on his end. But after a while, that syncs up. And then I'm able to put my phone to the camera on my computer here and play for him my commercial, right? Because he has a lousy phone and signal and stuff, so he can't always watch my stuff live or watch my videos because he just can't do it. So I was able to show him that and listen to it, and it actually played through. And it was kind of fun. So if you want to get to know my brother and our relationship, then you'll want to start watching these video chats with my brother Robert, because I will be bringing them to you live in their entirety. And then at some point, I will be bringing him into my shows, whether it be Friday Night Live, anytime over the weekend, or in the morning on occasion, right? I'll be bringing him in to say hi and hang out for a bit and talk about the stuff that we're talking about. But if you think I'm a character, you ought to tune in to see my brother. He's a character too. We spent a lot of time together for the first 13 or 14 years of my life, before he was just out, doing his thing, and I was out starting to do my thing, right? So yeah, and then of course by the time I was 15, he had already left the home, and my sister had already left the home, and I was like the middle child, and I was still there. I was like, I'm gone, I'm out later. So at 15, I got into an argument with my mother and just walked out and didn't come back until my parents separated. And it was not my mother's fault, it was my fault. I did not get along with her and most of my family because of my own mental issues. So, yeah, and I can't blame anyone for my own head, right? Except for the person that made me go bald. I blame them. I made a comment on one of my brother's photos the other day. He said, look at the horns going out of that head. He was talking about himself, right? And so I said something, like, I can't tell because of the shine, those two shiny spots on your bald head. And he's nowhere near. He's just got some high widow peaks, and that's it, I'm a bald mofo right here. I mean, this goes, look at that, it goes all the way back to my neck almost, In the back here, I've got like a little strip of hair below my baldness here, and it's really barely enough to make a ponytail out of. But do I mind? Hell no. Hey, you don't mind he's going bald. Leave him alone, Harry. He's okay with himself. Dude, yeah, I am. For years I wasn't. When I was a little kid, oh man, I did not like anything about me, the way I looked, the way I talked, the clothes I was allowed to have. I mean, I didn't like anything about me. It was horrible. And I still am not one who will go and look at myself in the mirror. Because there's that guy is there. I don't want to see that guy. Is that guy keeps looking at me. And I was talking to my wife at work, and I said, "Hey, honey, I keep seeing this crazy guy in the mirror," because I'm cleaning the bathrooms, right? So I keep passing by this crazy guy, and I don't want to look at him because he's crazy. Don't make eye contact with him. Shh, don't look at him. If you look at him, he'll start talking directly to you. So yeah, it's kind of weird that I'm on video, you know. But the thing is that if you notice, I'm not always looking at the camera. I'm not the camera guy, you know. And I'm not a narcissist. I'm not doing this because I want to go back and see myself on video and you know, think, gosh, look how good I am. Look at that. That's not me. I'm doing this as a, you know, something for posterity. I'm just trying to record the things in my head, you know, take that inner monologue and turn the speaker on so everybody can hear, you know. And it's cool. Since I've started doing this show, my depression has gone way, way down. I haven't had depression episodes since I started doing this back in December. And I started doing this right in the midst of a huge depressive period that happened because I got screwed over by an old friend, an old family friend that I was helping out. And he totally came along and screwed me over. And it's not about the money. It's about doing for yourself rather than allowing others to do for you. And that's all it came down to. And it was quite the bummer. And had I let it would have catapulted me into such a years-long depression that the last time we went through this, he and I, before this, it had sent me into a year-long depression, right? And then stupidly, I came along and did it to myself again, right? But rather than let it destroy me again and let that person have that control over me, I just said, you know what? Fuck you. You know, this is all on you. I got no part of this. I got no emotional tie to this now because of you. You are the one responsible for what happened. And I absolve myself of any relationship to it at all now. So that's gone. It's in the past. And had I let it would have destroyed me. But I didn't. I just threw myself into YouTube. I got into making videos and, you know, and continuing to let my daughter and wife and friends pull me out of my shell, right? And continue to keep me from just withdrawing from the world. Because I was pretty close to just saying fuck it all, you know. If I can't help out a family friend and not get fucked over, then what's the point? You know, why go on? You know? And I was close, you know. I was really close. And then I thought, you know what? That person doesn't deserve that much out of me. They've taken all, you know, that I'm going to give, you know. And I just said, you know what, fuck it. Let's do the YouTube thing on a maximum level. And I started the morning show. It was like within a couple of weeks, I was live here with a freaking USB webcam and an old shotgun microphone. And that was it. And I think at that point, I was using my old Sharp camcorder even, right? I'll have to go back and look at the footage. I've never looked at any of the footage from any of the first two seasons or this season, save for a couple of seconds here and there to see what shirt that I'm wearing or to see if the audio or whatever worked. You know, I mean, other than that, I don't go back and look at these shows. So at some point, I'm going to start downloading them, the live ones, and burning them onto a DVD, multiple DVDs. But that's, you know, that's down the road. And the only bummer is that I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to get on it because I'm going to get so far ahead that it's going to be hard to go back. I'm going to have to hire somebody to come over here and sit and fucking digitize all of my stuff onto disk, you know, or at the very least put it onto an external hard drive and save it for later, and then I can record it onto DVDs. Mainly because I just want them around so that at some point my daughter can go to a vintage store, buy an old working DVD player, and throw my discs in and watch Dad. And that's it. And show Dad to grandkids or great-grandkids or nieces or nephews or significant others or whatever, you know. It's mainly because I know that at some point I'm just going to be gone. You know, it's inevitable. That's just the way it is. You're born, you live, you die, right? And so, that's it. So I want to make sure that when I'm gone, I leave as much of this crap that's in my head here. I don't want to take it with me. It's lost. So I'm trying to get out as much as possible. My experiences, my likes, my dislikes, my fun times, my sad times, you know, so that at some point we can go back and we, meaning, you know, y'all, and see, you know, hey, there's that guy. I remember him, you know, or, you know, in 100 years, somebody can dig up a pack of discs and go, what the fuck is this dude? You know, however it works out, I just want to make sure that I leave something. At some point, I'd like to get my stories written into an actual published hard book, right? I would like to get my photographs cataloged and turned into slideshows and things printed out. I'd like to get my artwork cataloged. You know, I'd like to get all of these things saved in a condensed version so that they're still around. They can be passed down. You know, what's this? Oh, that's a great grandpa's hard drive. Well, let's check it out. You got a thing we can plug it into? I don't know. It's pretty weird. So yeah. Oh, no more coffee. That sucks. I'll have to do a bong hit. Hey. So, you know, that's my whole YouTube thing. But aside from doing stuff for posterity, it's a hobby. I'm having fun. You know, I just want to have fun. You know, do things in life that that make you happy. You know, if you're going to work your ass off, then make it so that you're paying for going out and having this adventure. You know, let that work be the catalyst for your enjoyment in life. Let it give you the opportunity to go out and do something or bring something to your life that you're going to enjoy. You know, there's that house decorator helper who helps you organize your life. And she says, only have things in your world, in your life, in your home that spark joy. If it doesn't spark joy, get rid of it because it's just excess baggage. It's just crap, right? I got a lot of excess baggage, excess crap in my life that sparks joy. You know, my life is a clutter, but without these things, I'm still me. But with these things, I can enjoy being me to a greater level, right? I get enjoyment out of physically picking these things up and moving them from shelf to shelf, if that's all. I love to open up a book and smell it and read it and let that knowledge sink in. Listen to an LP and look at the cover and enjoy the artwork or the story. You know, I mean, yeah. So, anyways, but you know, do things in life that really pay for having to go through all of that hard work and struggle and strife. You know, if you're going to do all of that, then have a payoff at the end. You know, give yourself a reward, feel good moment. You know, find a happy place so that every day you can have that feel good moment. This room is my happy place, right? Every morning I come in here and I have feel good moments. When I finish making a video, during the making of a video, sitting in this room right here next to me, watching movies, TV shows with my wife or daughter, or both, or just the dogs, you know, feel good moments because I'm in my happy place. You know, I've created the happy place, not just physically around me, but in my head, so that I can say, hey, go to your happy place. Hey, I'm happy. So if I'm out driving around and somebody, hey, you fucking cut me off, you piece of shit, fuck you, I can just say, go to your happy place. And I'm in my happy place. And I don't have to deal with that reality bullshit anymore. You know, I can go to my own fucking reality and leave that out there. You know, all right. Lava lamp cam. Doogity 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 doogity. All right. That's pretty cool stuff right there. I like that. I like it. 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 Yeah. Ooh. 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 Listening to my stomach battle with the sounds of somebody outside banging around doing stuff. I think it's my neighbor. They were oiling the drive out here, and one of my neighbors had to go around something and bumped over something that hit his transmission pan underneath his car, and it dented it. Didn't crack it, but it dented it enough to make it kind of bend a little, just enough to leak, right? And it's not under a great amount, but still. So I don't envy him. Those are fucked up situations, you know. I hate that shit. And what do? You know, hey, if you need anything, let me know. Hey, if you need any tools, let me know. Hey, if you need any, you know, MacGyverisms, let me know. Because that's what I can do. That's all I can offer. You know, I ain't a rich guy. I ain't a smart guy. I ain't a mechanical guy. I'm not gonna, you know, not anymore. I used to be. But physically, I can't do that shit anymore. So it's not like I can go over and start wrenching on somebody's car and feel good about it. I used to, but not lately. Not in the last couple of years. Yeah. But yeah, this week's show, I'm going to try to pick out a few more things for tomorrow. I think at this point we've got some commercials and a news broadcast from the 70s. All right. And I may try to dig up some 70s cartoon or TV show openings, right? And I'll just grab something off of YouTube, pull it over, we can check it out, and then you guys can go over there to their site, to their channel, and check it out and like and subscribe and do all of that fancy stuff, you know, because it's just about sharing the love, spreading it, and spread the wealth. You know, if our wealth consists of likes and subscribes, then we're going to try to get as many people those likes and subscribes as possible because they're free. You know, it's like going, you know, that didn't cost me nothing. It's free. So yeah, if you're going to go watch somebody's channel and check out something I recommend, please give them a subscription. Say hi, I like your stuff. Give them a thumbs up. If you really like their stuff, click on the little bell thing because I guess that notifies you when they put new stuff up. I'm always putting up new stuff, so I think it would drive you crazy if you clicked on the bell. Ooh, look, it's a little moth. A little tiny moth. What's my light? Probably woke up, right? But yeah, don't worry about hitting the bell on mine unless you already have and you enjoy being, you know, rousted up at 5 a.m. or whenever else I put my crap on. But yeah, you know, spread the love, spread the wealth. You know, it's a good thing. You know, I can't believe that I'm at 87 subscribers, right? Sheesh. it amazes me because since I started going back live again, my subscriber count goes back up 1 or 2 every day or two. I was getting like a new subscriber every 2 days, every 2 or 3 days. I was getting a new subscriber on average, right? In 1 month, I got 28 new subscribers. That was like, whoa, wait a second, I'm moving too fast here. I'm getting the spins, you know. So the deal is that I'm going to do a live telethon, live broadcast in 12-hour blocks so that it can be saved to YouTube at 11 hours and 55 minutes. Each day, I'm going to stop the stream and start a new one so that I can save that stream, that 12-hour block. So it'll be a live thing for multiple days. It'll just be in 12-hour chunks with no break, no real break. The only break will be, all right, I'm stopping my live stream. I'll be right back. Boom, and another one starts up. I could continue, but I believe YouTube only allows me to save 12-hour chunks, and that's it. I'll recheck the rules and see what I'm going to do before I start that. And then I'll give you plenty of notice. It'll probably be happening after I've got over 100 subscribers. But it should be a blast. I'll set up a bunch of this kind of stuff to do. You know, on Mondays, we'll watch a few movies and sit around and talk about movies. On Tuesday, we'll watch a bunch of TV stuff and we'll sit around and talk about TV. There's that little moth again. And then each day that the telethon goes on, we'll just do more of what we do on that day. And I'm going to try to do it during the week because I work the most over the weekend, cleaning, vacation rentals. So I'm going to have to try to set it up in a few days period where I really got nothing else going on. And because I'm, old and broken and semi-retired and partially disabled, and I lead pretty much a Spartan life except for the crap that's in this room. But we try to keep our existence pretty low, right? So it should be pretty easy for me to carve out a chunk, and I might even say, okay, I'm gonna stop the live feed at home and I'm gonna switch over to my phone. Okay, now I'm on my phone. Now we're gonna get in the car and we're gonna drive out. Hope we don't lose our signal. We're gonna drive out to open mic and we're gonna be there for a couple hours and then come home, go live here again. When I'm sleeping, you'll just be watching this and perhaps listening to one of my playlists, right? Which means you might get a commercial once in a while. But it'll just be a playlist, or it'll be a video that I've created of concert stuff, concert radio show. I don't know, something that's going to take up a 5 to 6 hour period so that I can get in bed, go to sleep, and then get up, make coffee, and come back and sit with you again. So it should be interesting doing this for a multi-day thing. But man, it should be fun. I'll put on some stuff here in the room. I'll have a projector set up at some point, maybe. Camera pointed at my TV, my old tube television, and we can watch something there. I would really like to, at some point, start to share some of our old family videos. So fingers crossed, I get the gumption up to start transferring some of that. I know that once I start the transfers and it works well, I just got to do it all. I just got to get it all transferred, get it all digitized, get it on the hard drive, and then I can start creating videos from those old videos, create some new segments, and bring it to y'all. And it should be a blast because there's some great kooky, zany, wild, wacky, weird stuff. Yeah. Okay. So we've got less than 15 minutes to go on the show. I, once again, am going to play weekly programming for y'all. So let's go ahead and switch over and watch some weekly programming. Well, that was that was one of my fun videos. I like to make these little videos because they're cute and they're fun. And now I get to make commercials to tell you all what's happening every week. So I just have cards in my editing program, and I can just switch out the card, change the movie, change the title, whatever it is we're doing that week, and keep everything else the same. So look forward to seeing that every week. And you'll probably see them first appear on Sunday mornings, and quite possibly Friday mornings, to let you know what's going on the next week, right? But the week doesn't end until Sunday. Sunday is going to be the last day of the week, okay, on my programming. Monday will be the first day of the week, and Sunday will be the last day of the week. So keep your fingers crossed that I will bring you my first episode of Sundays. And it is the Sunday edition of Mornings. And it will be about an hour long. And it very well may be pre-recorded. If not, the segments that I bring you will be pre-recorded. I may bring it to you live from the studio. My daughter thinks that I should create an edited program and then premiere it live here on the channel. I think that does sound like it would work out better. And then I could get away from having this in front of me, and I could put all of this back into my little portable studio, spin it around, and have somebody sitting over there working the cameras. I could record my video, edit it together with my segments, and have a Sunday morning show. So since my daughter is my co-producer and co-director, I will defer to her decisions and say, yes, that's what we're going to do. All right? Because she knows today's audience, today's technology. So yeah, we're going to do that. So look forward to that. I will be shooting this week. I will be shooting the segue portions of the Sunday edition, because I pretty much know what I'm introducing now. And then creating the new promo for next week's programming, okay? So that'll be pretty cool. So I've got my hands full this week. That being said, going out tonight is still up in the air. It's an iffy situation. I feel good that you know, the drums and an extra guitar are there so that he can keep the quality of the show up. Nobody was using the keyboards for 2 nights, so there's no reason to have those up there. The drums got use every night that they were up there. So yeah, we're going to do that. I'll make sure the drums, as often as I can, the drums will get there so that they can get some use. If I knew for sure that that a couple of people were going to be there tonight, I would go come hell or high water, right? But we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen ever. So it's, it's hit or miss. We never know who's going to show up, who's not going to show up. One night you get there and you think there's nobody here, and then one guy shows up. And then later on, another guy shows up. And maybe you get 2 or 3 guys throughout the whole night, and you just give them the stage. And what are you going to do? You want some entertainment. So these guys will show up because they know, if nothing else, they can have the whole stage to themselves, right? And then if we're really lucky, we can set it up so they're doing a live thing on YouTube, which helps them out because they can share that, especially if the sound is good, right? They can share that and have that for their own prestige. So let me load up my ending sequence here. So I'm ready to go. Get to the 10 seconds lead here. And there we go. And pop this up to there. So yeah, I had a kind of a busy, but a restful weekend. Now my daughter's graduation is coming up in a couple of weeks. Yeah. Actually, a week from Thursday, a week from this Thursday, my daughter graduates from college, and she's graduating, transferring. She's transferring from here out to university, and then she'll be there for a couple of years until she gets her bachelor's, and then graduates and decides if she's going to go on and earn her master's, and then on to earn her PhD. And if she can swing it financially, because of her and our financial situation, if she can get into scholarships and grants and loans and that kind of stuff, or even without loans. So far she's had to do a loan free, and she should be able to get through university loan free. If she can get to her whole academic career, even a PhD or multiple PhDs or bachelor's or master's, then go for it. I mean, why start working when your first option is going to be to go to Walmart or Burger King or an entry-level position somewhere, or be an intern and have to work for nothing for a while? Why not go in having done all kinds of work experience while earning a PhD, right? Yeah. So she tends to make the right future decisions, right? Unlike Yo. So good on her. I'm really, really proud of her, as are her mother and I both, that she's accomplished so much over her 14 years of schooling, right? From the kindergarten, first grade, on through high school, and graduating high school at the top of her class, 5th in her class, with above 4.0 average, being scholarshiped into college and into university. Wow. Well, I can't. Yeah, I just can't say how darn proud I am of her. She gets it from me all the time when I just give her that look and, get all teary-eyed. Dad, geez, what did I do? It's just school. She's so nonchalant about it, but it means so much that she's come this far and done this much, in just less than 20 years. She's done, more than I thought I could accomplish at her age, right? And she's already surpassed me. So, and now she's off to university next year, this year. That's just great. It's phenomenal. And I couldn't be prouder of her. I want her to stay at home. If she so desires, stay at home. Let us take care of you so you can worry about your head. Go to school, go to school, go to school, go to school. You start working somewhere, job, at some point she may spend a summer interning somewhere to learn something about psychology. I'm her ride. I'm her driver. If she's not driving, if she can't hack it, I'm there. It's my job, baby. Yeah. It's just wow. Well. So that's happening in a week. We're having a graduation, and then the following night we're having a graduation party. I wish we could have a lot of people there who aren't going to be able to be my brother, his family, and my wife's family. It'd be great if we had them here, but they are not going to be. My brother's too far away, and her family's already too far away. They went elsewhere already. But we've got some family friends up here. My daughter's got her best friend, one of her best friends coming out, not for a concert this time, but just for graduation, and that is so cool. So see you soon, Charlie. So that's awesome. We'd love to have Charlie here. He's an awesome person. And let's see. This week we're having some great programming. Next week we have some even more awesome programming happening. And I've got some more ideas in the works for video segments. So I'll be working on that, and I'll try to keep posting updates for that stuff in the in the community portion of my YouTube channel. When you're swiping that thing that says videos and shorts and live and playlists, keep going, because there's one that says community, and you can comment on photos and look at stuff, and it's awesome. It's an awesome place to be. All right. So listen, people, I am going to get out of here. I've got to get my act together. I'm all geared up to finally clean up this place and work on it. So hopefully tomorrow morning it'll look a little different in here and have a better, cleaner feel. All right. So thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the movie, The Day the Earth Moved, with Jackie Cooper and Cleavon Little. It was friggin' awesome. Thank you, Retro TV. Go there, like, subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. So, please come on back if you will want to hang out and watch some more movies. Bye, y'all.